Ma'am, can you give me a topic? Any
You see,
you
topics are open in front of you. Choose anyone, okay? Can you see the file?
Yes.
All right. Yes, Angela, you may start.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Hmm.
I have always been taught that sharing is caring since my childhood. And that's the reason I believe in this concept. I would like to share here today one incident when I shared my laptop with my friend. Actually, last month we had to complete our one assignment, and for that we need to collect a lot of information from internet. I had laptops, so for me it was very easy to access all the information, but for my friend Neha, it was quite difficult. So she shared with me that she didn't have laptop, and because of that she was facing problem. On the very same moment, I offered her to share my laptop with her. Unfortunately, it was easy for me because she lives in my neighborhood. So I would say that this thing really helped me a lot as well, because I have habit of procrastination sometimes. So just because I had to share my laptop with her, I completed my assignment on time so that I can help her. And I did the same. After completing my assignment on time, I gave my laptop to her so that she could also. And she shared that it was really helpful for her. She completed her all the assignment before deadline. And I really observe that this gives me immense pleasure. And I feel that sharing things with others not only strengthen our bond, but also gives us a sense of strong bonding with people. That was the thing I really enjoyed. And finally we both completed our assignment on time and we submitted. And because of that, I and Neha became more closer, and now we are still in touch.
Okay. Angela, very well spoken today. Good use of the present perfect tense. Definitely a 7. Why not an 8? That I'll explain while I give you the feedback. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Taught that sharing is and that's the reason I believe in this concept. I would like to share here today one incident when I shared my.
You said a 1 incident. You are using a also and 1 also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes. Laptop with my friend. Actually, last month we had to complete our one assignment, and for that we need to collect the.
Complete our one assignment. 1 is extra here. Complete our assignment. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Of information from internet. I had laptops, so for me it was very information, but for my friend it was quite difficult. So she shared with me that she didn't have laptop, and because of that she was facing problem. On the very same moment, I offered her to share my laptop.
It is not on the same moment. When it is a point of time, it is at. The preposition
At the same.
at the
Okay,
same
ma'am.
time. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Unfortunately, it was easy for me because she lives in my neighborhood. So I would say that this thing really helped me a lot as well, because I had habit of procrastination sometimes. So just because I had to share my laptop with her, I completed my assignment on time so that I can help her.
So that I could help her, not can.
Yes. Okay. And I did the same. After completing my assignment on time, I gave my laptop to her so that she could also. And she shared that it was really helpful for her. She completed her all the assignment before deadline. And I really observe that this gives me immense pleasure. And I feel that sharing things with others not only strengthen our bond, but also give.
Not only strengthens, S aega, strengthens our bond.
Strengthen. Okay. Us a sense of strong bonding with people. That was the thing I really enjoyed. And finally, we both completed our assignment on time and we submitted. And because of that, I and Neha became more close.
It is not I and Neha. I should always come after. Okay? I'll show you a very
Okay.
interesting thing. Just give me a second.
Okay, ma'am.
See this book? Can you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Written, what's written?
My grammar and I, or should that be me?
हाँ, तो I जो है ना English में, it always comes after somebody else. I
After.
mean, English is a polite language that way. Okay.
Okay, okay.
And this is a very nice book of Reader's Digest. You know, it was gifted to me by my friend in, I think, 2015 or 16. And she'd come from US. And
Okay. Can you show once? It's one more time. Okay. Thank you.
see, it's see, there are 4 members in my family: my father, my mother, my brother, and I, not me. Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And my friend and I completed our assignments in time, not me, not
Okay, ma'am.
I and my friend. That is also wrong. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
That's
Okay.
very well spoken, but you could have gone an 8 also. See, it's
Yes,
very
ma'am.
close to an 8. Okay.
I really feel so that I could have performed well, but the problem is that whenever it comes about speaking, I get excited, and that excitement really creates problem for me. But I will
See,
keep.
you've spoken very well. I mean, if the examiners are fair, this is not less than an 8. But here, you know, I also,
Yes, ma'am.
that if I give 8 here and you get a 7 there, that would not be right.
Yes,
Whatever, see, if I give you a 7 here and you get a 7.5 there, it will give you more happiness and me more happiness.
yes.
Right?
Ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
So this band score here, what you get doesn't matter. What will matter is that ultimate, you know, when you sit for your test and when you take
Yes, ma'am.
speaking. And for that day, you are preparing. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay, thank
next, who is speaking next? Who is speaking next?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes. Who is that?
Ma'am, Jyoti.
Jyoti. Yes, Jyoti. Which one would you like to speak on?
Ma'am, fourth one. Describe a
Okay.
time you used your cell phone to do something important.
Okay, you may begin.
Shall I begin, ma'am?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It was about 3 years ago when I completed my post-graduation in commerce stream. I had to prepare for UGC NET exam, but there was no coaching center available near my hometown. So my parents didn't allow me to go to Chandigarh for coaching. At that time, I felt very sad as I had to prepare for that exam, but I couldn't go there to prepare for this exam. Then I searched many applications and websites through my cell phone. And after 1 month of searching, I got an application, and that name is Unacademy. I did preparations for about 5 months, as this exam is conducted after 6 months, each 6 months in a year. I did preparation through that and that application, and after the exam, I got result after 2 months after the exam, and the result was incredible as I cracked that exam, UGC NET exam, and I was happy as I did all preparations for this exam through my cell phone, not on laptop or computer. I did only preparation through my cell phone. At that time, I felt very happy that my cell phone play a big role in my in achieving this this important thing for me. And my parents also felt proud of me that I have
All right. It's 2 minutes. Very good. You spoke very well, Jyoti. There were very few mistakes, occasional ones, I'll tell you. Okay. But you spoke very well.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
ma'am.
great. Yeah.
Shall I begin, ma'am?
Sure, sure.
It was about 3 years ago when I completed my post-graduation in commerce stream. I had to prepare for UGC NET exam, but there was no coaching center available near my hometown. So my parents didn't allow me to go to Chandigarh for coaching. At that time, I felt very sad as I had to prepare for that exam, but I couldn't go.
It is not for that exam. It's for. Oh, okay. SAGOT is not goat. It is got. बोलो एक बार. For.
For
Got.
got.
Okay, good.
Okay, ma'am.
To prepare for this exam. Then I searched many applications and websites through my cell phone. And after 1 month of searching, I got an application.
देखो आपने बोला goat. Goat नहीं, got. Okay.
Name is Unacademy.
I searched for an application called Unacademy. Okay. Name is
Okay,
named,
ma'am.
not like that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I did preparations for about 5 months as this
I did preparation for about, not preparations. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
is conducted after 6 months, each 6 months in a year.
It's conducted every 6 months. In a year, लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Preparation through that application, and after the exam, I got result.
Goat नहीं, got. Okay. Pronunciation
Okay.
की वजह से आपका बैंड कम जा सकता है इसमें. 2 बार आपने गलत बोल दिया. ठीक है. For भी गलत बोला, got 2 बार गलत बोला है. ठीक है. For.
Yeah.
2 months after the exam, and the result was incredible as I tracked that exam.
As I had cracked that exam.
Okay, ma'am.
UGC NET exam, and I was happy as I did all preparations for this exam through myself.
As I had done all preparations by myself. Okay. Through myself.
Not on laptop or
It is not nahi, not.
Not.
Okay.
computer,
Okay, ma'am.
only preparation through my cell phone. At that time, I felt very happy that my cell phone played a big role.
My cell phone had played a big role. Okay.
Okay.
In achieving this important thing for me. And, my parents also felt proud of me that
It is not also, it's also. Okay.
Also. Okay, ma'am.
I have
All right. So, Jyoti, work on your pronunciation. Okay.
Okay,
Rest everything's good. Fine.
ma'am. Grammar.
ग्रामर ठीक थी. आपकी वो टेंसेस कई जगह गलत लगे हैं, but ठीक है. Occasional mistakes हैं. That's fine. But pronunciation, 25% marks are of pronunciation.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was wrong at many places. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Have to work on that.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Shelly, would you like to speak?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Harpreet, you want to speak?
Ma'am,
Yes.
not. I don't want to speak. I just have a question regarding grammar. Like you said, I did preparation. So, did preparation or I did prepare?
I had done my preparation. Did prepare नहीं है, तो वहां पे उसने she is talking of a past time. उससे पहले अभी जो past का बता रही है.
Okay,
So,
okay.
when she got her result, उसके पहले she had prepared.
Okay, she had prepared. Okay, got
ठीक है,
it.
यहाँ past perfect आना था. ठीक
Okay.
है. हाँ. उसका भी गलत था, आपका भी गलत है वो जो आप बोल रहे हो. ठीक है.
Okay.
All
Ma'am,
right.
am I audible?
Yes, perfectly. Which one are you going to speak on?
I would like to go with the 23rd one. Describe a time you were very busy.
All right. Start.
Okay, ma'am, shall you put on the timer?
Yes, I put it on.
Okay, ma'am. Life is very hectic nowadays for every one of us. We are very busy in some way or the other in our daily life. here I would like to talk about a time when I was very busy. That was way back in the year 2012 when our department was about to organize a national seminar on human welfare. So at that time, being in the organizing committee, I had to look after everything like replying to emails, then organizing the event, then contacting the resource persons, and also we had to reply to the emails of those persons, of the participants who were sending their abstracts. Uh, uh, we had to select the abstracts to make the event a wonderful one or a very informative one. So most of the abstracts, some of the abstracts we had to reject. So that took that took us a lot of time. And the day was fixed on May 11th and 12th in the year 2012. And when the day came, previously 1 week before, we were very the organizing committee was very much engrossed in the activities. And when the day came, early morning, we reached the venue and we made sure that everything was okay and all the participants were also coming, and they were undergoing registration in the registration desk. And after that, from 10 a.m., we started our seminar. So we had a lot of participants from all over India, and the 2 days were very hectic for us. And even after returning at night, like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock after the day's program, I even forgot to take note of my baby.
Good, good, good. Very well spoken, Shelley. You spoke really well. And there were very occasional, very rare mistakes here and there, occasional ones. I'll just play it back and I'll tell you, okay? But on the whole, you spoke very
Okay,
well.
ma'am.
Okay, very well. It came out
Okay,
naturally and very
ma'am,
well. Pardon?
I couldn't reach to the conclusion.
No, but then you have to learn where you have to wind it up, and there is no conclusion. You know, on under every cue card which you get, there are 4 bullet points. Please answer those in the first 30 or 40 seconds, and then go on with
Okay,
the
ma'am.
expansion. If you will do that, your cue card will be complete. There will be nothing left out.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay,
the
ma'am.
examiner.
I'll make sure of it.
Yes, and the examiner will definitely, I think 90% of the times they'll stop you before the 2 minute stipulated time, because as far as they are concerned, you've spoken it all. Okay, and
Okay,
and then they can give you the band score, required band score, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Life is very hectic nowadays for every one of us.
At places there is overwordiness. Life is very hectic nowadays for everyone. Of us was not needed. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
For everyone. Okay.
Very busy in some way or the other in our daily life. Here I would like to talk about a time when I was very busy. That was way back in the year 2012 when our department was about to organize a national seminar on human welfare. So at that time, being in the organizing committee, I had to look after everything like replying to emails, then organizing the event, then contacting the resource person, and also we had to reply to the emails of those persons, of the participants who were sending their abstracts. We had to select the abstracts to make the event a wonderful one or a very informative one. So most of the abstracts, some of the abstracts we had to reject. So that took us a lot of time. And the day was fixed on May 11th and 12th in the year 2012. And when the day came, previously 1 week before, we were very, the organizing committee was very much engrossed in the activity. And when the
see here, much is extra word. Okay, they were very engrossed in the preparations. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
early morning we reached the venue and we made sure that everything was okay and all the participants were also coming, and they were undergoing registration in the registration desk. And after that, from 10 a.m., we started our seminar. So we had a lot of participants from all over India, and the 2 days were very hectic for us. And even after returning at night, like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock after the day's program, I even forgot to take
Right,
note
2
of my
minutes, 2 minutes.
baby.
You can say the whole week I had not even looked at my baby. My husband and my mother-in-law were taking care of her. I was that busy. Okay. So like that you can say. उस दिन तो आपको मैं देखा वापस उस दिन तो आपने उसको टाइम दे ही दिया होगा. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
And very well spoken, Shelly. Definitely 7+, not less than that. Okay. Original and
Okay, ma'am.
very well spoken. Very well spoken. In fact. All right.
Thank
Who is
you, ma'am.
next? Who is next? मुझे ना नाम बोल दिया करो मुझे पता नहीं चलता. Jatin, you want to speak?
That time when you have disagreement with someone.
All right, just give me 1 second. Which one is it?
Time you had a disagreement with someone.
Okay, which number is it? Do you remember the number of the cue card? No, it's okay. That's fine.
With 17.
17. Okay. Describe a time you had a disagreement. Yes, 17. Okay, start.
Life would be boring if everyone had the same view. I think there is nothing wrong with having a disagreement, but we should try to resolve them peacefully. Recently, I had a disagreement with one of my friend about the online exam. Earlier this year, due to Omicron pandemic, our university allowed us to do the online exam, and for that he thought that it would be good for me if I come to his home and did the exam. And he even asked me, "Will you came my home and did the exam?" And for the second, I thought, what would I told him, and how I will manage the thing. And immediately I told him I would not came to home, but he asked me why. And then I told him I manage the thing on my own, whether it's an online exam or an offline exam. And this is the same thing that I did in the assignments and project. But then he told me our friend Dheeraj will help us to find the answer and we will easily complete the exam. But then I told him there would be an unfair mean case, and plus a time would be waste when I went to your home, because I always face a difficulty while finding your home. And at that point he said, okay, that's of your wish. But then I told him, no, that's not of the wish. I already told you that I would not came at your home for the exams.
All right. Is that all?
And this was the time when I disagree with that. And he even called me that, will you came or not? But then I told him,
I've stopped the recording now. It's you spoke for 1 minute and 50 seconds as it is. Okay, not bad. Jatin, when is your exam date?
the IELTS exam.
Yes.
No. Actually, I'm busy in the college because of a semester just started.
Okay. One thing is there that once you go to an English speaking country, once you go abroad, you are going to be successful there. You can speak, you can make the other person clear what you are saying, but your speech is full of grammatical errors, full of it. And you know, you've put in reported speech so many places and every place it is wrong. Okay. So avoid the reported speech. I tell all my students to avoid the reported speech. Usne mujhe bola, I told him this, he told me that. That is reported speech. You were going wrong everywhere. I'm going to give you a feedback of what you spoke. You have to really, really work hard. Okay. I don't know what band score this would fetch because it's a subjective marking. But as far as I'm concerned, the amount of errors, the number of errors you made it would not go above 5.5, maximum 6 at the most, because of the, confidence and the fluency. Let's see.
That would be boring if everyone had the same view. I think there is nothing wrong with having a disagreement.
I think there's nothing wrong with having a disagreement, having disagreements. Okay. There's nothing wrong with having.
But we should try to resolve them peacefully. Recently, I had a disagreement with one of my friends about
One of my के बाद हमेशा plural आता है. One of my, बहुत सारों में से एक. One of my friends. Okay. One of my teachers, one of my cousins. Okay. One of my friends.
and the online exam. Earlier this year, due to Omicron and our university allowed us to take the online exam. And for
Allowed us to take the online exam. You always take the exam. Did या give नहीं करते. Okay.
that thought that it would be good for me if I come to this home and did the exam. I come to this home and did the thought that it would be allowed us to do the online exam. And for that, thought that it would be good for me if I come to this home and
If I went to his home. Okay.
did the exam.
And took the exam. Not did.
And he even asked me, will you
He asked me, he asked me. Past tense.
came my home and did it?
He asked me if I would go to his home. Reported speech totally wrong आई है. Jatin, सुन रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am. सुन रहे हैं मतलब.
And for the second, I thought, what would I told him? And
I was in a dilemma what to say to him. Okay.
and how I will manage the thing. And immediately I told him I would not came to home, but he
I told him that I would not go to his home. Okay.
asked me why. And then I told
When he asked me the reason, I told him,
I manage thing on my own, whether it's an online exam or an offline.
I told him that I would manage things on my own, whether it was an online or an offline exam.
And this is the same thing that I did in the assignments and project. But then he told me our friend Dheeraj will help us to find
He told me that our friend Dheeraj would help us. Okay.
answer and we will easily complete the exam.
And so we would easily complete the exam.
But then I told him there would be an unfair new case, and plus our time would be wasted when our
But then I told him that that would be wrong. Okay, that would be cheating. Ye bolo. I told him that that would be cheating.
when I went to your home.
The time would be wasted if I go to his home. When to nahi. Okay.
Because I always face a difficulty by finding your home. And at that point he said, okay, that's of your wish.
ये ओके उसने मुझे ये बोला मैंने ये सारा गलत है आपका never ever do like that in the IELTS speaking. All of you, okay? Vipul, what would you like to speak on?
Ma'am, 21, describe a time when someone asks for your opinion.
Okay, you can start.
Well, in my country, people like to give the opinion and ask for opinion for many matters. And sometimes they actually give the, opinion which is not related to them. And I would like to discuss a particular opinion, which is my cousin asked me 2 months back. So he passed his 12th exam and he got first division in that. And his parents promised him to give a Apple phone to be gifted. And if he, passed the exam with the first division. So he was so confused about like whether he should go with the Apple or Android phones. So he came to me and asked me about my opinion. Actually, I consider a techno savvy in my family, and everyone is asked me about, because I love to, explore the technology and the, the hardware configuration and all. So I start giving my understanding to him about what is the different feature and best hardware and software providing by Apple. And however, there is a, there is a much feature in Android phone as well, where he could use that with the lower prices. So I start talking about and described every feature and the comparison between both the phones. Uh, at that, ultimately he convinced, and he was not having much convincing idea about the Android. But after my discussion over the
Okay,
2
it's
to
2
3
minutes.
hours,
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Vipul, you spoke well content-wise, but you made quite a few grammatical errors today, which I'll be telling you about. Okay.
Okay.
And are you really considered tech-savvy in your home?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll also take your advice when needed. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Well, in my country, people like to give the opinion and ask for opinion for many matters. And sometimes they actually,
But in my country, everywhere in the world, opinions, people like to give their opinions and ask for opinions when they have to take certain decisions. Okay, like that you can say.
Okay.
The difference is that in our country, anybody, any third person who is not even known to you will come forward and give his opinion about things. Okay, but that doesn't happen in other countries. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
the opinion which is not related to them. And I would like to discuss. I would like to discuss a particular opinion which is my cousin asked me.
Opinion when my cousin asked me. Okay.
Is bad. So he passed his 12th exam and he got
He had passed his 12th and he had got first division. Okay.
division in that, and his parents promised him to give a Apple phone.
His parents had promised him an Apple iPhone if he cleared the exam with first division. Okay. To give him wo sara galat hai. His parents had promised him an Apple iPhone if he cleared his exam with first division.
His parents promised him to
Had promised
give
him.
a Apple phone to be gifted.
To give
and,
any ana.
if he passed the exam with the first division. So he was so confused about whether he should go with Apple or Android phones. So he came to me and asked me about my opinion. Actually,
He asked me my opinion. About is extra. Okay, no need of that.
consider a techno savvy.
I am considered very techno savvy in my family. Okay.
My family and everyone is asked me about, because
Everyone is asked me is wrong. Everyone asks me for advice whenever they have to go for some electronic gadget. Okay.
I love to explore the technology and the hardware configuration and all. So I start giving my understanding to him.
I started telling him about the features of both phones, how they were similar and how they were different. Okay.
About
Yes, ma'am.
what is the different feature and best hardware and software provided by
Provided by. Okay.
And however, there is a much feature in Android phone as well, where he could.
There are many features, not much feature. Many. You can count the features. Many features in the Android phone. Okay.
Use that with the lower prices. So I start talking about and describe.
I started talking about and describing the features of the Android phone.
every feature and the comparison between both the phones. At that, ultimately he convinced, and he was not having
Ultimately, he was convinced.
much convincing idea about Android, but after my discussion over the
Okay, it's
2
2
to 3
minutes.
hours.
So Vipul, on the whole, you spoke well. I think whatever you spoke had a meaning in it and everything was fine, but at places there were errors. But still, I would say 6.5 for sure. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Good.
you.
Okay. Who is next? Shubneet, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's have one from you. Which one?
I would like to speak about the 20th one. Describe a city you would recommend as a nice place to live, not your hometown.
Okay, let's have it.
Should I start?
Yes, yes.
The place I would highly recommend to anyone to live in is Chandigarh, as I lived there for about 2 to 3 months for preparing for my SAT and TOEFL exam. As I was living there, I observed that this city has all the resources needed for a better lifestyle than my hometown. I felt that very exciting and interesting, as I was never able to experience such a lifestyle with full of different kinds of foods and clothings and everything you need on a daily basis or on weekends or in the working days. Firstly, I would like to talk about the food that the Chandigarh city has. Chandigarh city has about uh, several kinds of food, like from South Indian to North Indian food. Like you name the food, and you are available with that in the city within the diameter of about 2 to 3 kilometers. Secondly, I would like to talk about the environment. The Chandigarh is pretty near to hill stations, so it is mostly uh, cold there or a moderate temperature. It is rare that there is a lot of uh, heat coming from the sun, which we feel like we feel in the June and the July in India. Once it rains in Chandigarh, it becomes the temperatures drop down to about 10 to 11 degrees Celsius, which is quite a good temperature for summer timings. The third thing that I like most about Chandigarh is the people. The people are very helpful
It's
and
okay.
okay.
Shubneet, it's 2 minutes. You'll have to
Okay.
learn when 2 minutes are coming to an end. Okay, practice on that. You can practice on your own and listen to your recordings and see. And the same feedback I'd give you. Beneath every cue card, that line, there are 4 bullet points, or what you call them, bullets only. And
Yes, ma'am.
you have to answer all of those in the first 30, 40, 50 seconds, so that the examiner then can stop you before the end time. And then at the end of 2 minutes, it is not that something has been left out which you haven't touched. That can also happen when you keep speaking in a yes.
When I'm giving the speaking to my teacher in the center, I'm focusing on the questions written in the bullet point that you are talking about to complete them in about 30 to 40 seconds, like you said. But here I was not available with that, so that I made all things up on my own.
All right. So you have to learn when the 2 minutes are going to be over, and when you have to wind up your cue card also. Okay.
Okay,
Take a
ma'am.
of the 2 minutes. You spoke very well.
Thank
Occasional
you, ma'am.
mistake. I think if you just go, Shubneet, if you just go simple as if you're talking to your friend, you will come out with an 8+ band in your eyes speaking. Okay. Don't
Okay.
consider it an formal thing or an interview. Just be very natural when you speak. Okay.
Okay.
Because I can see that you have a very good hold over English, and you when you are speaking here formally, you are thinking of how to make your sentence even better. Don't do that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Yes.
not needed. It's not needed. I could sense that. Okay. It's actually
Okay.
not needed. Where you were doing that, your fluency was coming down. Okay.
I thought that this is an international exam, so the examiner wants me to be formal as much as I can.
No, I think students like you, if you just be very natural and you convey to the examiner that English is you are very comfortable with English and you have English in you, you are done with your you'll get a very good band score. Just
Okay,
don't
ma'am.
think of any other words. Okay.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
be very natural, simple, straightforward. Just
Okay, ma'am.
Should I start?
yes, yes.
The place I would highly recommend to anyone to live in is Chandigarh, as I lived there for about 2 to 3 months.
Lived word nahi, yahan pe you stayed there for 2-3 months when you were preparing for that. Living
Yes,
is
ma'am.
different and staying is different. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Preparing for my SAT and TOEFL exam.
What was your SAT score?
It is not that much to tell like that.
It doesn't matter at all.
It's 930, ma'am. 930.
Okay. Out of 1600?
Yes, ma'am.
1600 में से होता है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't worry. Nothing to, it's okay. Many would not even get 930. So did you apply to US?
Yes, ma'am. My consultant is telling me that he has applied to both the universities of Canada as well as America.
I was living there. I observed that
When I was staying there. Okay.
this
Okay.
city has all the resources needed for a better lifestyle than my hometown. I felt that very exciting and interesting, as I was never able to experience such a lifestyle with full of different kinds of foods and clothings and everything you need on a daily basis or on weekends or in the working days. Firstly, I would like to talk about the food that the Chandigarh city has. Chandigarh city has about several kinds of food, like from South Indian to North Indian food. Like you name the food, and you are available with that in the city within.
You are available with that, nahi? You name a food and you can get it over there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
You think of a
Okay, ma'am.
food and you think of a cuisine and you can get it over there. You think of
Okay,
anything and you can get it over there. It's a lively city. It's a city full of life. Okay.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can say like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Diameter of about 2 to
And what did you say about when there's rainfall? 10 to 11 degree temperature in summers also not possible. Okay.
Yes, it is like 15 to 16 degree. I made it quite an like.
My parents are there. I go there almost every week once, and the temperature in Fagwada and Chandigarh is the same. As far as temperature is concerned, there is no difference. It's just 100 kilometers this side. You must have heard of that joke. A person was buying some plot, some land, a house, and just at the Chandigarh Solan border. Okay. So he
Yes.
Punjab Solan border, and he asked somebody, is my house on this side of the road and that side of the road, that's Solan, this side of the road is Punjab. So
Yes, ma'am.
my house falls in Punjab or Solan? So he says, your house falls in Solan. He says, thank God, who would bear the heat of Punjab? I recall that joke when you were talking about the temperature falling to 10, 11 degrees.
When I was there in like July, it rained about for 4 to 5 hours. After that, when I checked the temperature in the evening, it was like 16 degrees Celsius.
Sometimes, okay.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Secondly, I would like to talk about the environment. The Chandigarh is pretty near to hill stations, so it is mostly
near is not followed by 2. Chandigarh is pretty near the hill stations like Kasauli and Kasauli hai paas mein. That is it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
moderate temperature. It is rare that there is a lot of heat coming from the sun, which we feel like we feel in the June and the
See, you are
July.
trying unnecessarily trying to make things very good.
Once it
Just
rains
speak
in
naturally. You can say Chandigarh is such a beautiful city. It has been constructed in such a nice manner. The architect of Chandigarh, Lee Corbusier had designed everything in such a way.
Yes,
No
ma'am.
house gate opens on the main road. Main
Yes,
road, yeah, you can say of things like that. Okay, you get the
Yes.
best educational facilities in Chandigarh. You have all boards over there, CBSE, ICSE, even IB. Every school catering to all category, all strata of society are there. Schools catering to that. Then higher education also, you can talk about that. Punjab University. Then you can say the best medical and health facilities are there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's a country, it's a place it's a city I would like, I would suggest anybody to live in. Okay,
Live in.
so that
Yes.
is for that reason. Okay, not temperature and वो चीजें करने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी. You could have talked about simple things. Okay,
Okay.
because of which anybody would want to live over there. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
fine. Next, we have time for one more cue card. Who would like to
Ma'am.
speak?
Harpreet.
Which one?
Ma'am, sorry, 11th one.
Okay, start.
Well, in my friend circle, I don't have much friends because I try to speak less. But I do have some friends, those who are from different cultures. But today I'm going to talk about a person who is not at my age. He's older than me, and he's from different country. He's from Brazil actually, and he is a Christian actually, and he lives near my house actually, and it's been I think 15 years he's been living in my neighborhood, and he's very talkative actually, and I've been known him since it's been 10 years I believe. I'm not sure. So yes, so he's very like funny, and you won't be bored with him if you around with him. And I know him. I know him since. So, I would say that he is love to do puzzle games, and I know that he has his own company. He runs his own company, and even though he has his own company.
Oh, Harpreet,
people-
I'm so sorry. I didn't put on the recording. Can you go again?
No problem, ma'am.
Start.
So I have so many friends,
Okay.
but there are few friends.
Ek minute. Hold it. Harpreet, I think
Ma'am, I'm
the
not-
recording has been done. Okay,
Ma'am,
for
I'm
1.5 minutes. I'll give you the feedback for those one
Ma'am,
and a
I'm
half
not-
minutes. Is that okay?
Ma'am, I'm not speaking. You have no problem, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, in my friend circle, I don't have much friends because I.
You said I don't have much friends.
Yes, ma'am.
Much friends is wrong. Things you can count on is many. I don't have many friends. Okay.
Speak less, but I do have some friends who are from different cultures. But today I'm going to talk about a person who is not at my age. He is older than me. And
Who is not of my age. He is a bit older than me. Okay, at me.
He's from different countries. He's from Brazil actually, and he is a Christian actually, and he lives near my house actually, and it's been I think 15 years he's been living in my neighborhood, and he's very talkative actually, and I've been known him since it's been 10 years I believe. I'm not sure. So yes, so he's very like funny, and
You don't say that when you're talking about people, he is very funny. No, that is a slightly negative way of saying it. You should say he has a great sense of humor. Okay, that is what exactly you want to say. That he has a great sense of humor. Right?
Yes, ma'am. around with him. And
And one can never feel bored in his company. Okay.
I know him. Since
I have known him since my childhood. You spoke this line correctly earlier, and now you're bungling up in that. Okay.
actually I got nervous actually.
Yeah, I got nervous. You were going on very well, and I somehow, I don't know why, I felt that I have not been recording, and then I noticed that recording had been done. Okay.
So I would say that he is love to do puzzle games.
He is love to do is wrong English. He loves to do. He is love is wrong. He loves to do puzzle games. Okay.
I know that he has his own company. He runs his own company, and
All right. So Harpreet, you can see that out of nervousness, you started going wrong. You were going quite well, and don't be nervous. Nobody is going to say anything to you. Okay. When is your exam actually?
I haven't booked yet. I haven't booked yet.
Okay. All right. So I hope you all learned something today in the speaking session. And
Yes, ma'am, very much. Thank you so much.
so tomorrow we'll get together again at 6 p.m. for the reading class, and then 9 p.m. for essay discussions. Fine. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Thank you.
Right.